Well, hey there, Leslie here. Today we're going to talk about planning out your career and strategizing. What is the best strategy as you're starting out? You have to think about this when you're building a career instead of a 9-to-5 job. When you're building a career, you're taking the control of your career in your own hands. You're not giving it to the employer. So here are some questions to ask yourself and some detective work you should do on Google. Number one, what area of law is drawing you in? Maybe there are a couple areas. What I recommend is that you think about 3 or 4 areas of law and investigate them. Be a detective, almost like you were given this as an assignment to find out what do paralegals do in these areas of law. And in Google, you could put a search term in there. What are the duties of a paralegal in, and put that area of law. It might be family law. What are the duties of a paralegal in criminal law? What are the duties of a paralegal in real estate? Just put in all different areas of law and then go write down what you're finding. Type it in to your laptop or your desktop, or write it longhand in a notebook. But don't focus just on one. Focus on 3 or 4. Expand your horizons. Number 2, what do you want your work-life balance to be like? I listened to an interview of several paralegals not too long ago. Actually, I watched it. And the one woman who worked for the federal government, she really thrived on working in her cases, and she did not mind working 50 to 60 hours a week. That is not for me, never has been. I want my nighttime to myself and my weekends. I don't want to alternate Saturdays working with anybody. I don't want to do that. That's a personal choice. What is your choice? Okay, that's number 2. What is your choice in this area? Would you like to dedicate that much time? You have to have that analyzed and understood about yourself, okay? And what do you want that work-life balance to be? Number 3, what's most important to you as you go into this career? Most of us want respect. Most of us want recognition, right? And the video I would say that you should watch is, well, 2 videos that I've done. And one is called What Paralegals Wish Their Attorneys Understood. And the other one is What Attorneys Wish Their Paralegals Understood. Okay? And you'll find both of those right here. So I think they're the most recent videos. But what's most important to you as a human being? What do you need out of this career? What are you longing for? Write that down, okay? At this point, I would say, if you haven't gone to my Paralegal Resources Hub, I would go there. I will put links below in the description box. Please check out the description box. There are links to my classes, but there are also links to some complimentary items that no charge for those. You should go to the Resource Hub to look at that area, look through the whole thing, and click on things that you see there, because in one area, I think it's called Subscriber PDFs, that's where a free chapter of my book Legal Break-In is for you to download, and you should read that chapter, okay? And the whole book is available on Amazon, but you can get that free chapter there. And also, while you're at it, if you could like and subscribe, that would be great. It helps the channel, and it helps the channel to be seen by more people who are interested in their career. Number 4, and this is the final one, is the foot in the door position, which is my foot in the door position was becoming a legal secretary, legal receptionist. I did most of the filing, I answered most of the phones, and I also ran errands for office supplies and also snacks for the firm. Now, I knew that that was a bit much for one human, but I was willing to put up with that for several months in order to gather that knowledge, okay? That was my foot in the door position. Your foot in the door position may be something entirely different. It may not be in the area of law that you thought you would be in, but is that first job something that will take you to that area you want to be in, that you long for? Maybe your first job will be in real estate, or it may be in personal injury, but you really wanted to be in family law because that's where your heart is and that's what you want to work in. Well, you can make that segue. To be honest, I think it would be easier to go from personal injury to family law because you will be so used to filing documents with the court, and you will be used to working cases, and the attorneys would know you are used to handling a lot of detail. Okay, you would be used to handling a lot of detail in real estate, but it could be, but it might not be that you are filing a ton of documents with a court. Okay, so look at that first job and try to understand different areas of law. That's what number one is about in your research, as to how could you segue into a different area of law. Is it easy? Well, it's not a piece of cake. It's not. You have to explain to the attorney why you think you're a fit for family law when you're coming out of a different area of law. But it's easier to explain when you are used to handling a lot of detail and you are used to filing documents with the court. Okay? So think about that as you take on that first position. But I would still take, if you get offered two jobs and one is working in estate planning, and the other job is that's being offered to you is personal injury, which one would I take? I would take personal injury because of the flexibility and the things it does for my career as a whole, long term. Okay, that's what I mean about strategizing and planning. But that's a personal choice that you make, okay, and what's best for you. Okay, and what's best for me may not be best for you. So think long and hard about that. All right, so that is it. Write it all down in a notebook and start to strategize. What are my plans for my career? How do I want to be treated? And along the way you make adjustments. If the area of law is not right for you, you need to switch and change your job. If you're not being treated properly, correctly, respectfully, you need to change your job, okay? And you should not hesitate when those things occur. But as my father told me a long time ago, have a job before you leave a job if possible. It's easier to get a job when you're in a job. So take that advice to heart. If you are concerned about your cover letter and how you're going to be perceived in your cover letter, it's something to be concerned about. Take my cover letter secrets class. The link is below. To get that practical side of being a paralegal and helping the attorney track and keep on top of the workload and understand how to prepare for trial, how to look at the job ads, which ones to apply for, which ones to not apply to and to avoid, how to interview properly. All of that and more, 30 plus videos, is in the Paralegal Inner Circle class, and that link is below as well. Both classes, Cover Letter Secrets and Paralegal Inner Circle class, are at 4th anniversary pricing as a celebration of being on YouTube for 4 years now this month. So I thank you so much for being here. Everything you can check out is in the description box below. And please like and subscribe. Any questions, comments, post them in the comments section. Would love to hear from you. I would love your feedback as well. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.